So the move that has been killing my swing, or I should say the actual moment that has been killing my swing, and then the move that causes it, I'll get onto that in a second, is what we covered a few videos ago in that rotation drill. And so I've been doing that drill with the stick, but then I was like, why is this not coming to life in my swing? And again, it turns out that I was focusing more on fixing an effect rather than the root cause. So the symptom, I should say, the visible symptom, the sign that I want to fix in my swing, and the sign that shows me something else is going a little bit awry, is this moment at impact. So when I'm coming into the ball, and I've always known this, I've never really had lag on the ball, even though I feel like I can get quite a decent distance, but I've never seen those angles in my swing, that real sense of having that lag. So as I've then been filming my swing, as I do, because I work on my swing quite a bit on the range, and I'll film it to look back and be able to see in slow-mo what moves I may be doing, and also check whether the feel I'm executing matches the reel, which it often doesn't, so we have to really exaggerate. But what I spotted across everything, all clubs, is that at impact, my impact position is like this. So I mentioned this a couple of videos ago about that cupped wrist at impact, which I thought was down to the lack of rotation. But it turns out I am casting in the downswing, which is causing this impact position here where I'm cupped, where it sort of feels like the club head overtakes the handle because of something I'm doing at the top of my swing. And so when I get to the top of my swing, and I've been really working hard on all of these elements, I've been getting to the top, I can still be a little bit here, so I'm working on that, staying on top of it, constant work in progress. But when I get to the top here, I can see in my swing, and a friend who's an elite golfer, scratch golfer, helped me spot this, because I thought I was getting sort of that drop going. Turns out I wasn't, and I'm still coming over this way. So my arms at the top of my swing start to move out in front of me rather than behind me. And if we then imagine, if I'm moving out in front here, the only way that I can get the club head to the golf ball from this position as I'm traveling this way is to release my wrists and to be able to make some form of connection rather than possibly completely miss the golf ball. So that's why I've been casting. And so that is the move that we're going to work on today. We're going to really focus on keeping that takeaway solid. But then when I get to the top here, my sole thought is this, letting the club fall for that little moment before anything else goes, just to really build awareness of this feeling, knowing that if I can crack that root cause, then hopefully the casting will be something I no longer need to do. So let's give it a go. I have no idea how this is going to go. It's a new feeling, and I'm going to really focus on just building that awareness to really kind of feel that feeling, groove that move, rather than just default back to my automatic move, which is arms out in front, throwing the club. And it's going to be a work in progress, but we're going to start today and just see how we get on. So I'm going to go 8 iron. Let's grab some balls. So I'm fully prepared that these might go very wonky for a while. Okay, way behind the ball. This is what it's about, finding that feeling. We're a little flippy. I think that's turf then ball rather than what we want, which is ball then turf. But I'm keen to be on the grass like this because it means that we do get to see this feedback. It's a bit turny, but I'm working on that drop move. Nothing else at the moment, just that feeling, getting the club there and then go. Keeping on top of my grip as well, making sure that's not slipping. Okay, progress. First few are a bit wonky, but we're getting there. And actually, I'm just going to check. This is what I do, because I film my swing with the phone as well. I'm going to look back to see if the feel is in any way matching the reel. So I'm whispering, because I'm not alone on the range and I don't want to interrupt anybody. But from what we've spotted so far, looking back at these slow-mos, I've got to stay on top of that takeaway for sure. That's still creeping a little bit inside me there for not as bad as it was before, but again, I feel if I can get that part here where I want it to be matching the alignment stick a little bit better, and then standing it up so it's a little bit steeper, so almost reversing my swing, where I've been so used to being flat and then steep, I now want to go steep and then shallow. So progress there, but we can still stay on top of that. I do feel good about this swinging behind me, letting the drop happen. I think it's looking in a better position, but I could do more. I feel like I can kind of let the weight of the club drop a little bit more, but we're making progress. I've just got to remember now that I also need to rotate, because that's the other part. When I've been casting and throwing the club at the bottom here, my body's been getting out the way rather than letting it get to this spot and then really rotating through. So that's something that will come as I keep grooving this. As I say, this isn't going to be a perfect range session. This is very much the beginning of the process, but I want to just stay on top of this move, get it grooved in, because if I can fix that casting, oh, I just really know that good things are to come with this swing, because it will be a lot more consistent, a lot more accurate, and hopefully squeeze out a little bit more distance as well across all clubs possibly. Not that that's the main aim, but you know, every little helps. So we're going to keep going, sticking with those slow swings, and just this exact process, hitting some, filming it, watching it back, learning, exaggerating the move even more to see how we get on. Take away, set, weight of the club head, rotate. A little bit better, but no turf, so we want to go ball and turf. I do dream of the day of taking a divot. And that felt good. I said slow. It wasn't quite slow, was it? But that felt nice. Intentional moves. Oh, that's nice. And then I feel as I kind of go slow with it, I'll add to it over time. But for now, and possibly for the next few range sessions, if not more, my focus is just going to be intentionally grooving that move, building awareness of the move that I want, rather than letting myself just default to the automatic. So I'm really thinking awareness over automatic, and get that feel. Weight of the club head. And then we go. Weight, go. Because you can just see from here, if I let that drop, I don't need to cast it. Whereas if I've gone back to my old this way, of course, I'm going to need to throw the old club down there, otherwise I won't get to the ball at all. So you can just see when you start to unpick the moves a little bit and get to the cause, rather than I can get a little bit stuck working on the effects, you can see that changing a move in the sequence can just have that ripple effect through the rest of our swing like we want. Felt good about the drop, could do that more. It's hard not to worry about where the ball goes, but I'm really trying to not care where the ball goes and just focus on that feeling in the body. Felt better. Getting there. So this is going to be my practice for the foreseeable. Slow, intentional moves just to try and override that default automatic habit and build awareness of the move that we do want to set off a better sequence in our swing, in our downswing, and improve that impact position from this to hopefully this. So let me know what you're working on in your swing at the minute. I'd love to hear in the comments below, and I'll see you there.